I don't think men should take dating advice from women. I don't think men should take advice on how to be a man from women, because it's just, and it's not their fault, but we both live on such different planets, and our experiences are just so vastly different simply because of the differences in how men and women experience the world. Like, just at their core, inherent differences. Yeah, go ahead, Connie.
Why don't you just not take their advice then? Like obviously you can't control what someone's saying, but like, just don't take, if you're not going to take advice.
I don't.
Exactly. So then there you go. It's fine.
No, because there's a lot of men out there that do. I think a lot of men are taking a ton of advice. There's women out there that are exclusively dating coaches for men. I think it's a terrible thing to do. I think it's charlatan. I think it's a charlatan thing. I think that they have no idea, and I think it's a money grab. I think there's a lot of lonely, sad, desperate men that think that if they listen to what women want, and women have a very terrible track record when it comes to being honest about what they want in a guy. Because I bet, we're not going to go around the panel, but we've asked women this before, and we stopped doing it because we get all of the same answers. I want a guy that cares. I want a guy that is nice. I want a guy that listens to me. I want a guy that's open, emotionally intelligent, whatever the hell that means. He listens to me and takes care of me and this kind of thing. And it's almost never do they say he's got to be tall, he's got to be handsome, he's got to be jacked, he's got to make money, he's got to get me going. Because when women talk about what they want in a guy, they're already picturing a man they're attracted to who has all those other additional stuff. Because men that you're not attracted to, you don't even see them. They're invisible to you. So you're not 80% of men are already wiped off the face of the planet as far as most women are concerned. They just don't believe they exist, right? So I think it's a terrible thing when women decide to be relationship coaches or life coaches and their clients are men. Like, you want to talk about women, but here's the thing too, and you might not like this. I think women generally give other women bad advice, because I think there's more competition between women than there is between men. Competition between men actually pushes society forward, and competition between women actually draws society down. At least if you have two men competing with one another, it's because they're trying to build something, or because competition brings out the best. And at least if I'm beating somebody at something, another guy at something, at least it's to achieve a new height, or it's to create something, or it's to build something more. But women are generally only competing with other women for the attention of men. And so that's not beneficial to anybody. So yeah, I really don't think, I think women are happiest when they have a family and a home and a man that takes care of them and children that they can nurture and look after. And yeah, maybe they've got some girlfriends, but I don't really believe the sisterhood actually exists. I think women are a lot more cutthroat than men are. But in any case, I'm getting off topic here. But yeah, no, I personally don't take advice. I don't think men should take really any sort of advice, from women in the terms of dating and relationships, or even, life advice, because it's like me trying to give advice to a black guy on how to be black. It just doesn't work. It couldn't work.
Well, actually, that is funny, because sometimes I actually have drawn away from talking to women for that exact reason. If I'm going to talk to someone about something, it's usually I prefer to talk to a male.
Same.
Just honestly, it's not that I don't respect or support women, because I totally do, but I just would rather not hear their experience or biases from a woman's perspective. I'd rather hear it from a male perspective, and I've always thought like that. Always.
Women are emotional and men.
Yeah, I'd just rather hear the straight to the point, what I'm asking from a different view, not from a woman's view. I want it from a male's view, because I know from a woman's view I'm a woman. So
But that raises the question though. It's like, then would you be cool with a female prime minister or a female president if that's the case? I mean, if you don't look to women for advice or to give things to you straight, or to be logically 2 + 2 = 4, should they be in positions of power?
It's just I need a good
leader.
Just said it. Qualities. I mean, I guess prime minister, there's never been a woman prime minister, so that's just.
But I'm saying there's
Not
never been a
really.
female, there's never been a woman president either, but we almost had one twice now. What I'm saying is if you're not comfortable with going to women for basic advice around life and opinions, would you be comfortable with one being the leader of the free world?
I don't know.
Dawn says no.
I don't know.
I say that because I think women make decisions based on emotions, and I don't think that you can run the free world and based on emotions.
I do. I'm not like an emotional woman. That's why maybe because I was raised by like I have three brothers, my dad. Like I think I was raised kind of in a very male environment. And so I'm not that womanly of a woman in that way in my thinking. I'm not an emotional thinker. I don't like to give people my emotions, period. But Margaret Thatcher was a great prime minister, I think, for the most part. And I do think we
Oh.
could have a great woman president, but it's very hard. I mean, we can have a horrible woman president just as easily as we can have a horrible male president. But
Yeah, I mean, I think we should, as best we can, I think we should live life based on probabilities over possibilities. I think that living and thinking about, well, if the exception exists, that means it should, like the exception is the minority for a reason, right? So it's like, I mean, maybe it could happen, but it's like of all, if it's just because it's possible doesn't mean it's probable. Just because it's possible to have a great female president doesn't mean that's the probability. And it's like, are you willing to bet on that? Like, are you willing to wager the next 4 years of your life and policy on that? Or are you going to
yeah,
hedge
no,
your
I think
bets and you're
most
going to go
smart
with,
women are like, I don't want that kind of shit on
yeah.
my. I don't want to be
Mhm.
responsible for that. I don't want to age myself 15 years and 4 years and put my neck on the line. They're like, no, thank you. I'll go back with my kids. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
I heard the term partner get brought up a couple of times. What does being a partner in a relationship mean?
Wait, can I just say this quickly? I
Yeah,
will
please.
say that the gays have said, straight people, give us back the word partner. Okay, that's for gay people to say, that's my partner. If you're straight, don't use that word because it is
Oh my
confusing to the gay population. That's for them, not us.
Do you agree? Because you
I
used
do
it a couple
kind of
times
agree.
tonight.
I do agree because you know what? Like you said, I think when I came to New York, I got kind of that term came into my head. A lot of people in New York were not marrying their partners and they called them their partners. And so I got used to that. But then I realized I was like, I never heard that before coming here. It was always my significant other. You would say my
Mhm.
significant other if you weren't married, never partner. Like, so
Hmm.
that I think people stole it from that community. And I do think we should give it back.
What about the rest of you?
I agree.
Connie?
Yeah, I agree
You
too.
don't care? Casey,
I
you
don't
care?
care.
Connie doesn't care?
No.
Spence,
It
what do you
doesn't
think?
matter to me. Your partner, your dating, your boyfriend, whatever. Just yeah.
But
Hey,
does
I
your
New York, they
partner
probably
have- Go ahead.
yeah. In New York, they probably stole a partner from law firms. You gotta make a lot of money to pay down those taxes up there.
But doesn't the term partner have some undertones? Because words aren't just interchangeable, right? Like words have meaning. Just because it's like, there's a difference between the term boyfriend and husband. We assign meaning to those words because they carry weight. So to sit here and say like partner, boyfriend, husband, man, like those all have different connotations. I mean, partner, when I think partner, I think of gays and law firms. I mean, I said that last week's show, but I also think about like 50-50. And I don't know if there's any women on the panel tonight that have said they're down for a 50-50 relationship. I mean, raise your hand if you're a 50-50 kind of girl.
What's your definition
Interesting.
of 50-50?
Well, I don't know. I want to hear what your definition of 50-50 is.
But what's yours first?
My definition, well, in my opinion, I consider 50, when I say 50-50, we're talking about equal decision making, equal responsibility, equal authority.
No.
I don't believe. So then what is the definition then of 50-50?
Oh, no. I just don't think that 50-50, like, no. I think it should be a little more higher weighted and lower, just a bit.
Okay.
Like,
So
I don't
who's
think,
higher and who's lower?
like you said, like girls make, kind of sometimes not the best decisions. And I do agree with
I
that.
love how you're dancing around it. It's hilarious. It's okay. It's okay. No, I get it. You're like, well, kind of girls sometimes. Like, it's okay. Go ahead.
Well, they do. Okay, yeah, you're right. I don't know. I just find if I can picture like my relationship with my dad, where I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, like
Mm.
I think this is yeah, and then I like takes me maybe a while to think about it, and later on in my life, I'm like, okay, that's why he did that, like, or that's why he said these things, and that's why he acted this way, or they were signs showing, and
Hmm.
like I understand from my point of view why it was so fantastic, but it wasn't the best decision. So I get it. Like I don't think it should be 50-50. No. I think it should be a little bit higher.
All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.